Hello, everybody. Live from the Xfinity Lounge. It is the PHLY Eagles halftime show. Bo Wolf, Jamie Lynch, and boy, do the Eagles look really good in the first half. Oh, wait, no, they look awful on offense, Jamie. Zach Bond, and we are presented by Bet365 and Ashley, has a beautiful interception of Matthew Stafford on the opening drive. The Eagles tush push their way down for a touchdown. And since then, the Eagles offense, 4 possessions, 4 3-and-outs. Jamie, they have 1.5 yards per play on offense. Jalen Hurts, 4 of 8 for 17 yards. Saquon Barkley, 7 carries for 13 yards. A.J. Brown in the game that was going to be his coming out party, going up against Emmanuel Forbes, having to keep track with the St. Louis Rams. 0 catches on 1 target. Good start.
Yeah, right before we went live, I said to you, like, I'm trying to think of what the worst part of that was because there's a lot. I mean, Lane Johnson, I think, is the greatest Eagle of all time. And every time he leaves the field, it is confirmed for me again that he's the best Eagle ever. Like, that guy is such a difference maker. And this offense is not in a place right now, even with him, that you could overcome him leaving the game. But those 4 possessions you're talking about, he was on the field for none of them. And I think it's an immediate impact that just trickles down to the entire team.
Lane Johnson leaves this game with a neck injury, and they show him on the sideline, and it's the classic sort of turns his body to look. He can't move his neck. That's not ideal. And kind of interestingly, Matt Pryor taking over at right tackle.
Yeah,
you would have thought that this is what Fred Johnson was here for. He did a very good job filling in for Lane Johnson last year. Matt Pryor, the guy here today, and there was one miscommunication, it seemed like, with him and Saquon Barkley on a sack that got Jalen Hurts lit up. I think that was on Saquon. He's got to see the guy coming from that far. But
I think Pryor kind of played both guys. He didn't commit to one right away.
Yeah,
and
Saquon's
I hear
you.
you.
Guy on the line of scrimmage
but Matt Pryor, we're still doing this experiment?
I mean, Pryor is a fine guard. He should not be out of tackle.
No.
And that I would have assumed would be Fred Johnson's role, but not really even the biggest problem for the Eagles. They can't throw the ball. Jalen Hurts, again, 4 for 8 for 17 yards, and nothing is working on offense. There was a nice pass he had on 3rd down in the red zone to Davante Smith to set up the first touchdown. Other than that, I mean, it has been just slop against a Rams defense that is fine.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming off of 2 lousy offensive games, so they're ranked high, probably more high than they will be at the end of the year. I'm starting to get worried, and I usually think it's kind of media hyperbole and just like, call in the line. I am starting to worry about A.J. Brown a little bit, and not in terms of his performance, in terms of get that guy the bleeping ball.
Well, and you could tell they were trying to do that on 1st and goal from the 1, that little play action, or from the 3, and then A.J. draws the pass interference, but that is like very nakedly like, we got to do something to make this guy happy. Please.
Yeah. There was some people tweeting about on that one, I think it was the Hurts rush. Apparently AJ was wide open.
Yeah.
And we have confirmed from Vinny that the body language afterwards was
Sounds like the vibes of the stadium are dire.
Vinny said the vibes in the stadium are absolutely awful. But AJ, if he's starting to wear it on the field and like throw up his hands in disgust, that is something to worry about.
Yeah, more cowards draws in the first half than scoring drives for the Eagles. Just pathetic stuff on offense, as our food delivery is calling, and tough to say. You know what? We're gonna do it. Why not? The Eagles game deserves.
Screw it. We'll do it live.
We'll be down in a couple minutes if that's all right.
You can just leave it at the door,
or you can just leave it at the door. Thank you. Wow, now that is dynamic internet television. Beautiful stuff.
I mean, that's better than the Eagles' first half.
Yeah. Defensive side of the ball, Jamie. The Rams are moving the ball, and the big play in this half comes on a long touchdown to Davante Adams, 44 yards. Definitely a little bit of an offensive pass interference on Reed Blankenship. But the Eagles' defense holding tight in the red zone, but surprising success for the Rams on the ground in this game. 13 of 69 for Kyron Williams, 6 of 40 for Blake Corum. Remember, the Eagles' defense didn't give up like 100 yards rushing most of the season last year. That's a combined 109 for 2 running backs in the first half.
Yeah, they're getting gashed. That's definitely in the top 3 of my concerns from that first half there. I don't know what happened to the rushing defense at all. If it's not for Zach Bond coming up with that interception early, this game feels tremendously worse than it actually is. The defense is gassed.
And if it's not for Sean McVay, like continuing to be such a like a weak-minded conservative guy when it comes to game management. I mean, like settling for these field goals is such a bad job by him. But 19-7 keeps the Eagles in the game. They're going to get the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait down for Franny Films kind of session on Monday to see, because I can't believe at this point this is all Patullo's offense. You know, like I have to start looking at the quarterback.
Certainly, everybody in the chat it's all about we got to fire Kevin Patullo, and
sure,
you can understand that.
I totally
where
get
that
it.
comes from. But yeah, I don't believe that it's all on Kevin Patullo.
No, I think that the one Dotson ball, like Hurts lofted that up like a moon ball. If he drives that one home there, that's probably a completion. He's got to start seeing the field better, making decisions quicker, whatever it is. I just can't believe that an offensive coordinator in the NFL has this inept of an offense all on his own.
It hasn't been good.
It's been bad.
It hasn't been good. We'll see if they can do something in the second half. Now, Vic Fangio reminded us this week, halftime adjustments very overrated. You got like 3 minutes to do something, but they got to do something in the second half. 33 yards of offense in the first half for the Eagles. Pathetic.
The Eagles defense has been on the field for more plays than the Eagles have offensive yards.
It's a good one.
37 plays to 33 yards. That's a problem.
It's not good.
If anybody wants to change the vibes up, there's a little donation down there for Big Brothers Big Sisters. Maybe we can get some good vibes going in the greater Delaware Valley.
Oh, and a good point here in the chat, because you know what? The Eagles made sure that they needed to secure the services of the best kickoff returner in the NFL in Tank Bigsby, who cannot catch the kickoff. 2 muffs out of him.
Vinny said he almost wasn't paying attention on the one. He said the vibes down there were terrible.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
A
lot of booze.
They won the Super Bowl like 9 months ago. Not even.
We're back, baby.
Ago.
We're so back.
Yeah. Hit the like button, because this is the only thing you're going to like today if the second half is anything like the first half. All right. That'll do it for the PHLY Eagles.
Even Braden Mann didn't have a good punt. What the hell's going on?
That's true. PHLY Eagles halftime show. We'll be back with you for the post-game show presented by Bet365 and Ashley. Vinny Curry's here. I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about one way or the other. Enjoy the second half, everybody. Hopefully it's not quite as terrible as the first.
We all silly like the mayor.